Hello and welcome to Green and Gold Gaming's first entry in Fey Week. Monster Week is an annual community event created and organized by Pointy Hat and Jenny D to bring together TTRPG creators on YouTube, and this year's theme is Fey. Hags maintain a somewhat dichotomous existence in Pathfinder. Typed usually as monstrous humanoids, a typing equipped with statistics for close combat, these mystical, malevolent beings are often written as schemers, planners, and masterminds when filling the role of a villain, be it minor or major. Later editions of the world's most popular role-playing game assign them to the Fey Type. We're going to look at what we can do to bring the typical hag, usually green, sea, night, and anise, in line with their narrative role as Unseelie malefactors, not only statistically, but with a few new abilities to back up their eerie, baleful flavor. First and foremost, if the hag is a monstrous humanoid, change her type to Fey. Leave her other statistics unchanged, but keep any subtypes she may have. With that out of the way, let's look at confronting these villains. Remember, hags never play fair. Many experienced DMs will already understand that a monster such as a hag will avoid being locked in melee with the party's frontliner, or exposed to whatever artillery the heroes have to throw at them. In addition to terrain and special movements such as flying or swimming, hags can create distance by interposing minions between themselves and the heroes. Use whatever rules for disposable minions your table happens to have. This makes for excellent ways to come up the battlefield and put distance between danger and the hag, and creates a memorable and dynamic combat. Beyond that, individuals and especially covens of hags possess an information advantage. The lands around their lair, whatever town their crooked fingers are pulling the strings in, these are the hag's home turf. A coven can utilize their cooperative magic to conjure clairaudience clairvoyance effects to spy near their lair, beseech a greater power by communing with their magic, or even cast the powerful vision spell to learn specifics about their foes. For the lone hag or struggling duo eager to become witches 3, spells, magic items, spies, and perhaps even the hag herself in disguise will be able to keep this monster one step ahead of the party by learning their tactics, weaknesses, and perhaps more. To that end, grant Fey hags the following ability. Malevolent Token. Extraordinary. Through skullduggery, trickery, or some other means, the hag has acquired a possession of her anticipated foe. The hag or her minions must legitimately obtain this memento, though the means to do so are up to them. When using her spells, spell-like, or supernatural abilities, the hag can use this token as an additional focus, inflicting a -2 penalty to saving throws against any spell or effect that targets its original owner. For especially strong tokens such as a body part, clipping of hair, or a dear and prized possession of a special sentimental or emotional value, increase this penalty to -4. Clever hags, those that know the party opposes them, should not have too much trouble obtaining 1 or even 2 tokens, and most certainly should possess the means to do so. Be it the fighter's travel mug lifted from the tavern by a charmed waitress, a thrown dagger lost by the rogue in a hectic battle in a bog, later dredged by the hag's hands, or a discarded wand with all its charges expended. Small trinkets that once belonged to adventurers are not difficult to acquire for the determined. Though harder to come by, more potent tokens such as a clipping of hair cut away in some peaceful, unsuspecting moment, a child's prized stuffy, or a locket with a lost loved one's portrait miniature serve as more powerful fetishes. Even after the hag is beaten, these can pose haunting questions and sow lingering unease. The hag does not want a direct fight, but sometimes such confrontations are unavoidable. Her Fey heritage and the magics that birthed her give her additional resilience when swords are drawn against her. Grant Fey hags additional damage reduction. Given Unseelie nature, Cold Iron is appropriate. DR5/Cold Iron for hags below CR10, and for those CR10 and above, DR10/Cold Iron. This should be added together with any damage reduction she might already have. For instance, an Anise hag would end up having DR5/Cold Iron and Bludgeoning. This gives our malevolent villainess a boost while staying on flavor. We can turn to the theatrical for another minor ability to enhance our hags. Often the party will confront a hag or coven within their lair, and similarly the hags will be disguised in a desperate bid to deceive the invaders one final time. While these disguises are often magical in nature, so too is their dismissal. The sloughing of skin to reveal a hideous crone beneath a once prepossessing form is as shocking and disgusting as it is frightful. Hideous Metamorphosis, supernatural. When a hag's disguise is revealed, either by her own will or through the efforts of others, her true form can be as revolting as her disguise was beautiful or clever. Creatures who can see the hag as she changes must make a will save, DC equals 10 plus half the hag's hit dice plus her charisma modifier, or be sickened for 1 minute. An opponent that succeeds at the saving throw is immune to that same hag's hideous metamorphosis for 24 hours. Lastly, what is a scheming villain without her minions, her lopsided deals? An Unseelie hag can grant boons to those willing to bargain for them. This power allows a diabolical coven or wily lone hag to not only attract better servants and spies, but grants another bargaining chip when dealing with heroes that may have breached their lair to confront them. Gift of the Crone, supernatural. For a price, often one no sane or wise mortal would pay, the hag can be contracted to grant a boon. This boon can take many shapes: a permanent spell creating a desired effect, influence over fate, a powerful magic item, or the power to delay the wages of time. However, crossing the hag once a boon is granted is dangerous, for she can withdraw or even reverse her gift whenever she desires. Once a boon has been inverted, it functions similarly to a curse, with a burden equal to the benefit it had. The specifics of such bargains are up to the Crone and Coven alone, but the price is always steep, even if the payment is often delayed. No boon granted by a hag is ever freely given. Each is a thread in a tapestry the Coven weaves, and all such threads might be pulled at any time. The cost of such a boon is hard to measure in coin, but rather in things of meaning: years of life, precious memories, periods of service, or fate itself. As a guideline, the value of a boon should be treated as equal to a magic item or permanent spell effect of similar power. The hag demands a price of equal or greater narrative and mechanical weight, though such payment is often delayed or conditional. A creature that has struck such a bargain but refuses to pay can expect such boons to be dismissed or inverted as soon as the crone that granted the boon is aware. While none of these abilities are individually powerful, the combination of the three along with the added survivability of granting damage reduction does make the hag more challenging in a fight, but not significantly so. Overall, this should not be enough to alter the hag's challenge rating. Thus concludes our take on tying hags to Unseelie Fey for Fey Week. Be sure to check out the Fey Week features from other creators as well. A link to today's playlist will be in the description. If you would like these abilities written up as a template for Pathfinder First Edition, there is a link to one also in the description. If you enjoy our content, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later in the week for more discussion of Fey.